Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know we have triple tactics thrust. In this case, the secret rare. This staple from Bonanza, a set that everyone's forgetting about. They're like, Jay, we're forgetting about it because some of these cards are crashing in price. Nah, I mean, the secret rare, more like crashing, is retracing back down to the mean, with some people even picking the secret rare up as single digis, guys. We had a high point of 1774s, but there was Billy Bob's out there that paid $23.49 in the last 3 months. There was a buyer at $23.49. Ever since, the card has been crashing down in price all the way here. It says 1146s. If you see here the view all data, you can see there's some people here buying these as single digis, guys. Not just a random one, a random deal, no, but like across the board, there's been people below $10 actually getting access to this staple. It goes to show that supply and demand, basically guides the market, guys. Market is established by supply and demand. Even for staples, as we like to say, staples are currency, for cards that are always in high demand and people need them. But if they fall out of favor a tad bit, if decks start playing it a tad bit less, then you see that reflected in price as well. People already have their play sets. They don't need any extras. Certain decks stop playing this card. And then when you combine those things, yes, staples are currency. They're still high in demand. As you can see here, these volume candles, you get consistent sales daily. But, it still goes down in price because of those reasons. And look, 39 listings. You have one here with shipping. It is $10.74, and then it quickly goes back up to $11.50 12s. There's only one ofs, and at the bottom of the page, you're already starting to go back up to $14, guys. $14 to $15 again. So what does this go to show? That if you need this card, this is the clean mid-max rarity. Sure, you have ultras, sure, you have supers, and sure, this card can get reprinted anytime. But again, as we saw with like droplets and tactics, you never know now. Even cards that came in rarity collections, obviously, it's not that we thought that they would never get reprinted again, but most of those came in rarity 1, right? So they just started reprinting rarity 1 cards. So Bonanza's rarity collection 3. So this card probably won't see a reprint for the rest of this year at least. You never know with Konami. Just speculating here, guys. But the whole point is that this card, you see it at people getting it below 10s as single digis, and even now at 1074, 11s, 12s. Like, if you need this card, the whole point of this, you take advantage of these massive crashes, guys. Cards that were 17, 18, 20s, in some cases even higher than $20. Retracing all the way down essentially close to 50%, 40% dumps for staples, cards that are currency. You want to get exposure. Even Jay, but I already have my place. So just add it to your binder. It's always value. It's value. And it's value that today is $9, $10, $11 that could become 15 to 20s again. So you want that exposure. Triple tactics thrust. Again, it's a staple. Staples are currency. Just wanted to highlight this one as a clean secret rare. You can see the chart, the 3-month chart just getting destroyed. Don't forget about these. When they forget, we remember. You do not want to forget about staples like these from Bonanza. No one's looking at Bonanza anymore. Everyone's just stampede this, stampede that. That's fine. That's good and well. But do not forget about triple T's, man. Triple tactics thrust. A broken card. Sure, it can cycle in and out of certain decks. But at the end of the day, everyone wants cards like these, and everyone needs cards like these because the meta's always shifting. You never know. Post-duelist advance or post-justice hunters, things that we're not seeing now, they pan out later. People need this card all of a sudden again, and it starts going parabolic and spiking up in price. So again, just to show, that's why I love talking about this, and I took my extra time, an extra couple minutes, because there's the emphasis that even staples retrace back down to the mean, but that's where you want to take advantage of cards that, again, they're just staple-ish for a reason. Then we have Kashtira fenrir, this ultimate rare. Again, this ultimate rare has been like a roller coaster. Literally a roller coaster. It was $20. Banless didn't hit it, didn't get reprinted in Stampede, didn't get reprinted anywhere, as we thought. Just skipped reprint since 2023 tins. Wild. As overall, the OT obviously is just this only ultimate rare, but overall for the card, it hasn't been reprinted like since 2023, if I'm not mistaken. But again, the OTS Tournament Pack 21 ultimate rare, we're getting to that point again where, banless season is going to come. this year's tins is gonna come. Is it gonna get a regular secret rare reprint or an ultra rare or a super or something? You know, like, is this card, if and when, is getting reprinted? We don't know of a Rarity Collection 5 yet. I believe we're gonna get that, you know, Rarity Collection 5 in the latter part of this year with Starlight. So we predicted Rarity Collection 4 when no one knew about it. And we are doing the same again, just based on speculation. We're expecting that. So this card might get reprinted in Rarity Collection 5 as a Starlight and other rarities, or they might go the tin route and just give it an, you know, just an additional print. We'll see. But the ultimate rare, you know, again, Kashtira, most people that have it, that really need it, already have it. And people are moving this card, you know, to recycle their purchasing power into newer cards, maybe getting ready for Vanquish, Soul Justice, Hunters, and Broken cards like that. So, again, card was a 40 piece, 38, 40 piece, you know, and it's been crashing down all the way to the teens again. It's crazy. 51 listings, and you actually have play sets here in the low 20s. Like, this card literally went from 20 to 40s back down to 20s. Crazy. You can 2x your money, and then if you hold, you're down 50%. So you're back to the scene of the crime. But yeah, I remember I picked one of these up. I think it was at YCS Houston, if I'm not mistaken, for 20 bucks, moved it at 40s, and now it's back down to 20s. And this is a card that I've always wanted, but I said that I want this card at 15s at least. You know, maybe 50 bucks for a playset. That's like the max that I'm willing to pay. But really, I hope this goes down to single digits. It's literally just waiting for that reprint. That next reprint, be it even if it's a lower rarity, whatever, it'll cause some sell pressure just to the card overall. Because, you know, these prices are like this because the card is hard to get overall. Hard in the sense that reprints wise, it only has like an ultra, a prismatic, prismatic secret from the tins, yeah, and then ulti, and that's it, like 3 prints. But if you add a 4th print, then it adds general sell pressure to this card. As we can see, you know, volume came in, but still, you know, supplies coming in. 51 listings, nothing too crazy, but you do see playsets here and there. Yeah, we're in the teens officially, guys. So hopefully this card becomes 15s, maybe even lower. Single digits would be my personal dream. To get the playset of this card, because Fenrir is just a great card. This is a great deck, you know, of Kashtira. You know, obviously it has their hits here and there, but just a great card overall to have exposure to. You know, a lot of people run this as mini engines, and it'll always be, as long as it doesn't get hit on the ban list, it'll always be relevant in some way, shape, or fashion. Of course, this card has cycled in and out of the meta many different times, and every time it cycles back in, it goes up in price. So continue to monitor this one. I'll continue to watch for it. I'll wait maybe a month or two more, see if it gets a 10 reprint. If not, hopefully by then it's 15s regardless, and we pull the trigger. Guys, we're going to be talking about today many different cards that are getting destroyed in price. So, hey, look, you want to see charts like this, and you want to be buying cards that have already crashed and dumped and collapsed. Guys, that's the whole point. So, first link in the description down below. Come over here, fast track these cards, and if you need to buy any of these, it'll just be a click away at your convenience, guys. Again, we're going to be doing this giveaway. We have Songs of the Dominators, Gordian Slicer, and Allied Code Talker at Ignister. Shout out to I Might Name This Later for hosting our official 9.5K giveaway. 9.4K already went by, and we already shipped that, you know, those prizes to, or that prize to the winner. So again, make sure you subscribe, guys. You want to make sure you subscribe. You want to make sure you ring that bell. We're really close to 9.5K, guys. You know, so pretty soon we're going to be hosting this giveaway, and one winner is going to get this. You know, Songs of the Dominators, great card. Gordian Slicer, obviously great cards from Alliance Insight. These will start getting harder to get. And then you have a quarter century secret rare. Jay, I don't care about this card. Hey, it's a giveaway, man. You know, it's free cardboard. Why not? Thanks to I Might Name This Later, member of the channel. That's my guy. So you want to participate, the first step is to subscribe, ring that bell. After that, like the video while you're at it, and you're going to get exposure to the giveaway. And it'll be hosted through Discord, just like our previous giveaway. So again, this giveaway will be up very soon. You want to get yourself over here in the Discord, where there's 1,252 people, guys. That's crazy. Like there was like 700-800 people when we started doing giveaways and stuff in the Discord. There's been an influx of 500 plus people. Insane how our you know, Discord just continues to grow. People continue to find value in this environment. So don't miss out. You get to join a great environment, plus You get to exposure to giveaways for free. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. We love to give back here at this community, especially, you know, via our members, which they help give back as well. You know, just not members like of the channel literally, but just Yu-Gi-Oh community members. Like, amazing that we're building here. You guys are just great, man. Just great. So again, we have Kashtira Unicorn. This card, it's yeah, again, the prismatic secret rare is also crashing down in price. Same as fenrir, used to be 1550s not too long ago, guys, and it's been crashing down ever since, man. Just the trend is your friend until the end, making lower lows and lower highs. And right now it's an $8.20 card, 57 listings. It quickly does go up to 9s. You know, there's a couple 1s and 2s here and there, and it does, you know, probably approach 10s. But overall, the card's price is going down. Same deal, same as fenrir. You know, the engine, most people that want these cards have them already. You know, we're all waiting for reprints, but these are cards that people wanted to get reprinted, but most people aren't playing it. You know what I mean? It's one of those cards where, like, Jay, I don't play Unicorn, but it'd be nice if it gets a reprint type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're waiting on. So same deal. If and when this card gets reprinted, I think it gets destroyed in price. But this has been a strong extreme crash, guys. Going from 15s, man, all the way down to 6s. That's almost like a 3x down, 2.5x dump. Wow. Then there was people that paid 38s when they got rehyped. Crazy, man. What's going on with cards like these? But hey, right now, if you need them, single digis, not bad. I repicked up my copies from my Kashtira Odeon deck, so you know I'm good. And you know, this time I'll probably just hold through, just keep it in the deck. If it gets reprinted and this goes down to $5, then we move it at 5 and recycle that purchasing power. We already got value out of it playability wise, and it won't be like nothing too crazy. Now, if it's cards like $20, $30 worth, $50 worth, you're like, damn, nah, man, I don't hold those cards down with the shit. We don't do that, guys. We move those cards for sure. We have Forbidden Droplet. Wanted to show the prismatic secret just as an example, because yeah, we've been covering the Battles of Legend one, the new Monster Mayhem one, the ultras, but wanted to show that an ultra rare reprint, how impactful it is even to higher rarities than the actual ultra rare reprint. It's crazy. Look, this card recently was 1340s, man, 1340s. Right here, and the card just flash crashed down to 673s, it says there, but we're really seeing even some copies in the 5s, guys, 48 listings. So again, most of these cards have crashed down over 50%. Most of these other versions, you know, because like the supers and the ultras and the prismatic secrets and the secrets from the rarity collection and just all these versions, this sell pressure, because now everyone has droplets. There's just more supply, right? But the smart people, the smart money would be buying these up. Because these, yeah, they're coming into the market. Some people are panic selling, but you just see one-ofs, maybe a place at here and there, and then it'll go back up to the scene of the crime, to double digits eventually, guys. You'll have some type of, you know, recovery from the lows. It's just a matter of time because it's Forbidden Droplet. Card is a staple, essentially. It's staple-ish, cycles in and out, just as most other staples. You know, there's rare. You have maybe the ashes and the imperms maybe that are like staple-ish and like 90% of decks always play. It doesn't matter the format. But most other staples, they're still staple-ish, but they cycle in and out of different formats, and your job is to get exposure. You come in here, Prismatic Secret, beautiful from the 2022 tins, scarce already. This is just one example of a card that if you see in a trade binder because someone put it there and they're like, oh, droplets are everywhere, you pick these up and you let them marinate like fine wine. These should age very, very well. Then we have Triple Tactics Talent. Did want to discuss, you know, the actual one from Battles of Legend, that this one is actually crashing, continues crashing back down from the highs. You know, so again, listings are almost at over 100. You're starting to see the cracks in the low 2s, you know, and that's nice to see. It does quickly go up to 275s, and on page 2, there's a wall there. So again, this card, you want to get it, you want to pick it up. If you see it in a binder, you throw it in for $2-3. Not bad at all, because it's still, even as a one of, just it's staple-ish. It's still triple T's. People still want them, and this is the budget version. So why not? Why not, you know, on a budget, get exposure to this card. Great to add to your binder as trade bait. Because eventually this card could go back up to 3+. So anything 2 in the 2s, you snipe them up, man. You take advantage of these retracements. Then we have number 107, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. This quarter century secret rare came out in Maze of the Master, and I remember it was like 33s, 35s, you know, right here, 33 bucks. It was super high in price, man. Let me go to the 6 month right here. Yeah, I mean, this thing came out, yeah, I knew it. It was 35 bucks. Poor hundo Billy Bobs. Poor 153 Galaxy Eyes Billy Bobs, man. If you like the deck, that's all good and well. But this is just another lesson that patience wins this game, especially with cards. Yeah, they're high end. Yeah, it's the alternate art. It looks fire, honestly, but it's not a staple. It's not like everyone needs this. So this number 107 card came out at $33 to $35, and it's never looked back. It's been dumping down. It says the 22s, but the card essentially is a 20-piece McNuggies from Mickey D's. Look, 50 listings only. Then it does go to 22s at the bottom of the page, and all you have are one-ofs. So don't get me wrong. It's still scarce, but even with the scarcity, it's down $13 to $15 from the highs. So again, now at a 20-piece is more reasonable. If you want this card from Maze of the Master, a set that will continue just getting harder and harder to get, no one's paying attention to this card. This is a nice quarter century secret rare. It should age well, you know, because it is a Galaxy Eyes card, Photon card, Tachyon card, but it is a generic rank 8 monster in the sense of 2 level 8. So never know if and when this card sees play again. So at a 20 bucks, just wanted to highlight that this card has gotten destroyed in price. So now in the 1 month, you're starting to see like curvature into consolidation. So if you want this quarter century secret rare, you have to spare 20 bucks. Not a bad time to pick this card up. Then we have Silhouhatte Rabbit. This card is getting destroyed in price, as the secret rare was 25s 3 months ago, literally, and has never looked back. Now the card is getting destroyed, over a 50% dump on the secret rare from the Infinite Forbidden, because people expect reprints from this for this card. Yeah, the secret rare is 65 listings, is 1157s, about, you know, or trying to approach the single digi mark. The card is still great, but it's not being heavily used in the meta. So as you can see, the card is scarce, hard to get, but supply is coming in, people, and volume is coming in near the lows. But yeah, so just supply, man. People want to recycle their purchasing power, move away from the damn rabbit, and move on to newer cards. Plus, the reprint season is coming, which it'd be nice if it gets a prismatic secret rare rarity bump in the 10s. I'd look forward to that. So we'll see how this one pans out. But yeah, man, you can see it. The trend is your friend until the end. And in the last 3 months, the trend has been a downtrend. Lower highs and lower lows. No reason for this to change in the short term. You do see some type of mini V-shaped recovery here, but nothing too crazy. It's just when the price of a card goes down, usually it stair steps down. So this is just the next step before the eventual dump. I see this card going into single digi soon, actually. So, you know, you feel like moving it, of course, it could also recover 12, 13s, 15s before an actual reprint, because we're still a couple months away. But overall, the card has fallen out of favor from the meta. And, you know, it should probably maintain that $10 price average up until an actual reprint. We have Dark Magician Girl, the third art. This card is getting destroyed. It was $55 late April. And now 2 months later, the card is 28. So again, this card has been, damn, this card is almost down 50%. It's down what, 40, 45%, 53 listings. So, you know, at under 30s now, I was like, sure, could it go down to 25s or even below? Anything is possible. But now we're curving into some type of consolidation after this flash crash. So, you know, if you want this DMG, you're collecting all the arts from Stampede. 25s would be ideal. But if you're like, yo, I just need one, Jay, 28s is better than 55s. You waited. Your patience won you this game. You pull the trigger and you get access to a beautiful card like this. Then we have Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. It's crazy what hype does in Yu-Gi-Oh! Hype and speculation alone. Oh, new Galaxy Eyes support and Tachyon and, you know, Photons and Jay's my favorite deck and, you know, this, that, and the third. That's all good and well. This rarity collection 1 quarter century secret rare used to be 10 bucks, bro. Crazy. Used to be 10 bucks. 10 bucks. And if you go to the yearly, yeah, 10 bucks. And look at this crash on the yearly chart. Wild, guys. It made a new all-time high, and now it's at an all-time low. Just crazy. Crazy. Or rather than all-time, we don't have more evidence back here. But it's likely at all-time holes, but let's say yearly low to be technical. You do see the volume coming in at these lower prices. Photon players like, this is too cheap, man. I need a rarity bump. So again, the card is 290s, and then it does go up into the 3s with a couple there, around 350s, 55 listings. But yeah, let's say it's down 3x from the $9-10 highs. So crazy to see this major just falling knife mode, man. On the monthly, yeah, I mean, you really can't count that as consolidation. I mean, with no sales right here. But yeah, I mean, volume is coming in, man, near these lows. So if you've ever wanted this card, $3 ain't bad, honestly, for a quarter-century secret rare from the Rarity Collection 1. 55 listings only. So wanted to highlight this. If you wanted to add this to your quarter-century secret rare collection, your Rarity Collection, QCSRs, $3 ain't bad, guys. It is not bad for a card that was up 3x10s, of course, due to like Photon hype, things of that nature. But I could see this $3 card become 5+ down the line just off scarcity. So one to definitely consider. We have number 39, Utopia. Even with the Utopia hype, this ultimate rare has crashed down from the $19, $20 highs. There were some people even paying 30s. And this card, it says, is crashing down from 20s to 15s. But really, I mean, it's like 14, 30s. You have a couple here. Then it does go back up to 15s and eventually back up to 18s, where you see the first play set on page 1. So 24 listings, a lot of one-ofs. If you want this card, just take advantage of this retracement right here. You know, the card used to be, $7, single digits. No one cared about this card. And now it reached a $20 high and retracing back down that $5-6. If you want this specific rarity, then now is when you pull the trigger, when the card is crashing down from the highs, retracing back down. Again, if you need it, not bad at all. Of course, you do have, like the quarter century. So you have options. You have a multitude of different rarities. But same deal. This one had a double top cat formation at 2s, crashing back down to 1s. And there's a lot of supply right now. We said this card could go to from anywhere from 50 cents to $3 to $5. We got pretty close to the $3 mark. We'll see if the hype pushes this card back up to 2s, 3s. We'll see. But for now, I still think this is one that could age very, very well, because this came out in 2023. It is a quarter century secret rare, and it's just waiting for the next rank 4 deck, to fit in, or with the new support. But we'll see what happens with this one. Then we have Neptabyss, the Atlantean Prince. It's crazy, guys. When meta formats change, plus a ban list, comes like what do you call it? Mermails were everywhere. When not Toad, but Bahamut Shark was around and it got banned. And then they could easily make Toad plus go for the hand and all that, those shenanigans. This card was literally in the meta, literally competing in the meta, and it was everywhere. And then Bahamut Shark got banned, ban list came in, and now, sure, you can see these at the regional level. One squeaks in, a couple here, a couple there, but not that dominance where like Mermails were actually topping more consistently, even in high-tier Yu-Gi-Oh events. And now you have Neptabyss, a card that the last 3 months has gotten destroyed. Card was 15s, man. Literally 3 months ago, it was at its all-time high in price, and now the trend is your friend until the end. Look, it's been in a downtrend ever since. Back down, it says 721 single digits. It's a $7 card. 47 listings, guys. The card is down over 50%, just collapsing in price for this card. And 5 pages. See a lot of 1s and 2s now. So the card used to be more scarce, harder to get. And it just dumped 50%, man. Over 50% just dumping. So that goes to show when, a ban list could come, or meta relevant decks at that time, now becoming non-meta relevant for the most part, how it crashes some of these prices. Just something to keep in mind, that, wow, this card is 15s, man. That's crazy. And now it's down to 7s. So again, if I would want this, I love Mermails, Jay, and I need this QC at $7, way better than paying a 2x premium as those prices were 3 months ago. You waited 3 months, patience won you this game at 7s. Not bad at all. Playset for around $20. Not bad at all for a card that a playset was around a 50 piece not too long ago. Crazy. Then we have another Bonanza QCSR, Herald of Perfection. We cleaned this up here, Janny Tour style. This card is $5, man. Not bad, not bad. If you go to the yearly, this card used to be 250s, right? It went all the way up to 750s, but this card had some sales in the double-digit range. and now it's crashing back down to 5s. Not bad at all. Right there, $5. After a couple of 1-ups, it quickly goes up to 650s and beyond. So 31 listings. Again, long term, you never know when this card some way somehow becomes relevant again. A lot of people love Heralds. Hey, QCSR right here at $5. If you need it, you can scoop this deal up right there. The game is that easy. We have Divine Golden Shadow Dragon right here. This card recently hit a high of almost $7 and now retracing back down to the mean heavily. Says 492s, and this is where we're at. You know, at around 542s, really, you see the walls of China. So the card is down around $2 from the highs with a massive wall of China of 600 copies, 39 listings. That's crazy to me. So yeah, I mean, card was almost 7s, down around $2. If you need it, you're one of, you can come in and pick it up here from the wall of China. But wanted to inform you guys that this card is down from the highs right there. Do as you must. Then we have Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Look, if you're 25 minutes in, what a card. What a QCSR. From Rarity Collection 2, the Forgotten Rarity Collection, this card is $5. Remember when the other prints were 5s and they all went parabolic because Crystal Wing cycled back into the format? This is a quarter-century secret rare Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. No one's looking at this card. No one. That's why we're looking at it now. Because this card on the yearly used to be $8 forever, $7-8 consolidated, and now made a new all-time low, crashing down to a new all-time low around $5. 43 listings, couple 1s and 2-ups. The 5-ofs are at 549, 550s. Not bad at all. Literally, $5, man. Essentially, 5 and some change post-tax. This is great, man. For This synchro monster always cycles in and out of meta formats, and we're getting a synchro structure deck in the future. Not to say that it has to play this, but it is a synchro monster. You just never know. You never know, man. This $5 card could become double digits. Could become double digits one day, and you're up 2x. Easy peasy. At $5, there's no way I wouldn't even have a playset of this card. At $5, playset. Come in with 15, 16 bucks, whatever it is post-tax, you get exposure. Not bad at all. Take advantage of this card at around 5s. You want to get exposure here. We give you guys the deals. The deals and steals. $5 QCSR from Rarity Collection 2. No one's paying attention to that Rarity Collection box. No one's paying attention to this card right here, right now. You want to take advantage of these flash crashes. You want to take advantage of these sudden dumps, collapses in price, going from $8 to $5 as well, like 30, 35%. You guys know more than me. Just take advantage of that. This is what I love, man. $5 QCSRs. That could become 10s, 15s, 20s one day. The game is literally that easy. We have Regenesis, Archfiend. This card just continues to hover near 8s and, trying to consolidate right here, attempting. But we'll see. We have to give it more time. Right now it's $8.90s, $9 with the wall of China. We'll see if this wall continues dumping down even more. Where you start seeing 7s, 6s. We'll see. But yeah, you can see the curvature of the collapse right here for a card that was consistently 1350s, man. It's crazy. A card is consistently like a certain price, and then a week or two goes by, you come in, and now there's a wall of China, $5 less. Crazy how the markets work sometimes. But yeah, I mean, if you've ever wanted to build this deck, me personally, I want to see $5. I won't lie, that's kind of a stretch. But if there was ever a time where you're like, yo, I just want the deck, I want to build it, I've waited long enough, 9 times 3 is what, 27, $30 post-tax? Do as you must. Do as you must. We have Monster Reborn. This one looks beautiful. This Lart Monster Reborn looks very, very nice. And then we're going to talk about, where is it? I thought there was like a skill drain here that I have. Yeah, right here. So again, just wanted to highlight these 2 Lost Art cards that they're getting destroyed in price. Monster Reborn is crashing down. It says 573s, but if you go to the yearly, I mean, the card was, 443s, and we're at an all-time low. Of course, just with a playset, 30 listings right there, because after that playset, it does start going up to 569, eventually 6s. So yeah, the card was 4 and some change. Spiked up to 8s, up 2x, and now retracing all the way back down to the scene of the crime. Again, this Lost Art looks beautiful. This Monster Reborn is iconic, this Lart card, so just be on the lookout for deals like these. Is Lost Art. A lot of people like collecting Lost Art Ultras. They like the alternate arts. So don't sleep on it. Just like Skill Drain, this card used to be money, man. And look, it's 350s right now. Card used to be 12 bucks, double digits. Of course, Skill Drain got reprinted in a rarity collection, so now this Lost Art is getting destroyed. But if you want Lost Art, as a collector, you're collecting Lost Arts, 37 listings for Skill Drain, not bad at all. For a card that was always double digits, you come in, these people here buying the lows, they're smart, man. They're getting access for a card that it'll be probably $5 in the short term, and eventually it could become a double-digit card just based on scarcity. Being a Lost Art promotional card, don't sleep on the Skill Drain, guys. And then the Monster Reborn looks beautiful. Yeah, I get it. It had the OG, and this, I think this is like the reprint or whatever. But $4, $5, like, it looks nice, man. This in a collection or even as an investment, I think this card has the potential to be up 2x again. Don't miss out. We have Amorphage Sloth. This card is crazy how hype, speculation, just another example of a card that used to be free $99 at Shekels, spiking up from 75 cents all the way up to 931s with some sales at 14s. Wild. And now crashing all the way back down to Shekels. Wild the moves in the markets. 41 listings. This, man, like if you need this card at $1 though, it's not bad, because after that dollar right there does go up 2x immediately to 2s, or you do have the Wall of China. You know, and you have subtle volume, nothing too crazy. Again, with cards like these, you just never know if and when they'll get reprinted again. And I mean, just wanted to highlight this flash crash here, all the way back down to the scene of the crime. Crazy people, you know, had this card, were up 10x, and now they're down 10x if they held through, or whoever bought those highs. Imagine that. Yo, I need the card, man. $9-10, give it to me. And now they're down 10x. That's wild, man. That's crazy. That's just mind-boggling to me. We have Gravekeepers inscription. Again, look at that. 3 months ago, the card was pushing 9 bones with some sales at the double-digit mark. The card now is free. It's free. Right there. Look at that. Free at Shekels. I mean, this seller, I don't know. Sometimes it's there. Let me see. Does he have it? Yeah. It says refresh listings. Items not available. I don't know why they do that. So the card is still $1.22. Then it goes up to 2s. Right here with multiple. So this card is a $2 card. Mind you, I remember this card was, I got rid of mine at around 8s. But this card was 10s. 10s, man. Close. Let me see the 6 month. Yeah, it's around $10. And now it's crazy. This dump, man. Middle finger dump. Going from 860s, it says 295s, and we're even lower, guys, as you can see here. 92 listings are super high. So again, this card obviously cycled out of the meta, but its effect is still powerful. Don't sleep on it. This is a card that can age very, very well. So if you need it, if you don't have it anymore, I got 2 of these. I might pick up 1 more. Excuse me, just picked it up here at sub 2s again. So we can ride the train. You let it marinate, forget about it, then you ride the train back up. Literally. You got a play set right here at under 2s. Look, you buy these 2 ofs right here, $6 for a playset, and then one of these is gonna be $6, $7, $8 down the line, maybe even double digits. Because I don't see this card getting reprinted anytime soon. The artwork is beautiful, the name is great. It's a Gravekeeper card. So with broken effects, don't forget about this one. You want to buy these crashes, because now there's lack of interest. That's why the card's price is here. There's lack of interest, so that when the interest comes back, you're gonna give it to those interested people, interested buyers at way higher valuations. Then here we have Disablaster, the Negation Fortress. I'm surprised that this card has crashed this hard. Card was 572s, but really at one point it was 6s and beyond, and now it says 4s. So again, I mean, it's crazy. 341s, you actually have a playset there. 66 listings, and then it does go back up to 4s. But yeah, I mean, I thought this card by now would be like 750s. It is an ultra rare from the Infinite Forbidden, and it does have that reprint potential factor in this year's tins. Just something to keep in mind. But if you need this card, no better time to get it than now. If you're getting ready for the future meta, right there at 341s, great deal for this card at these prices. Wanted to advise of this, retracement back down to the main here in case you guys needed exposure and access to this card. Guys, link in the description down below. Do not forget to join our Discord and our giveaway. One click right there. We have X as well. Get $15 off if you need to buy any of these cards over there on Whatnot. Any Battles of Legend cards. Gets ready for Duelist Advanced, and eventually Justice Hunters. You want your free $15 over here. One click, and you're good, man. $15 free. Don't miss out. And we continue to grow, and it's all thanks to you guys, man. Almost at 9.5K. You know, we hungry to get that 10K, man. We continue to grow, and welcome into the new people coming in, man. Thank you for your subscription, for subscribing. It really does mean a lot. Make sure you guys ring that bell, like the video on the way in, as it really, truly does help. And none of this content is official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Excuse me, guys. 8-2-0, you know, halftime show break, right? 7 Tachyon, CR. Every time we talk about this card is lower in price. Card was triple digits. And now it says 47, 48s, but it continues flash dumping. Continues falling knife mode towards 42s, 46 listings. And you have play sets here, man. Still scarce. You know, bottom of the page is back up to 45s, but I wouldn't let this hit the 30s, man. Look, it was 71s, and then it accelerated. You know, it accelerated. You do see here, it says consolidation at 47s, and we're at 42s. So, me, I'd be getting rid of this card. That's just me. That does not mean that it can't rebound, become 50Ps, 55s, even be at 60s. You never know with these cards, right? But 40 bones, man? Jay, but I'm down this, and I'm down. Sometimes you need to learn how to cut your losses. If you came in at $70, you know, and you're down $30, it's hard. It's hard. But it's also hard keeping the card and watching it go down into the 30s or maybe even in the 20s. Because then you'll be even more down, in a more sunken position. So sometimes you got to learn how to cut your losses, and you want to take these $40 and just make an investment or in something that could 2x, and then you got your value right back. So, again, this is a card that would be the approach. Let me know what you guys think. We have Mermail, abyssgaios. This ultimate rare. I remember before the rarity collection, before anyone knew that it was like officially announced and coming in a Stampede, this card used to be 50s, 40s, 50s, $60, man. And we always say, sell this card. I saw cards like in binders. I saw this card. Going to events and stuff, people had this ultimate rare, look clean, nice, they had value, right? And in my brain, I'm like, get rid of this, man. It is a matter of time before it gets reprinted, and then it did. And then the card went from 60s to 48s, but before the flash crash started at around 48 to 40s, because this is a $15 card. 34 listings, and the first ads, they're what, $20? And this is still expensive. I get it. First ad OG from a core setup is rising. It'll always retain value, this, that, and the third. Guys, but when you have a quarter-century secret rare that I don't prefer, honestly, but the masses might, especially at this current price, I mean, the card is $2, bro. And it's consolidating here, too. Wow, beautiful chart, by the way. Beautiful chart for the Stampede quarter-century secret rare, just flattening out. Just lack of interest. Just getting destroyed, right? Consolidating. I came in and I bought 3 of these last night. $6 for 3 of these. Right here. Where was I? This was me right here. This was me right here. Just 3 of these. I saw a playset at $1.89. I'm like, I'm getting exposure. You know, yeah, there's walls at 2s, but I don't care. This is just long term. Like, we're talking about a card that was $60. Now it has a quarter century at $2. Sure, it might take forever. Who knows if and when Mermails become a thing again. You never know, right? But $6, man, for a playset of quarter centuries? Oh, yeah, sign me up. So, again, telling you guys what I'm doing, and I'm telling you guys, again, right here at $2, same deal. If you don't have this card, and I already had a couple of these, but you can't, it doesn't hurt to add more. You take advantage of a card that was $10, and now it's 2s, down 5x. Again, because of this ultimate rare, because of the reprints, even the high rarity and the deck falling out of favor, card is cheap. So you can see the reflection in the OT, $20. You know, this card used to be like 60s, 70s for first eds, and even unlims were up here. This card got destroyed, and I still expect single digits. Yeah, it's scarce, quickly goes back up to 20s, but I think the sell pressure comes in. People just trying to move the card, especially because Mermails fell out of favor. So hopefully you listen back then if you had this card, and now, again, you should have sold this at higher valuations to pick up the cheaper option, man. Look at that, $2, man. I love picking up quarter centuries like these. Love it, man. Just throw it in a binder, let it marinate, forget about it. And then this $2 card just off scarcity one day could become $5. Just off scarcity, not even having to come back into the meta. The game is that easy. We have Diabellze, the original Sin Keeper from Legacy of Destruction. This card might get reprinted. It should in this year's tins, honestly. Card was $8, 880s pushing 9s, and now it's crashing down to 5s, man. 74 listings. This is a $5 card. Walls of China, 550. So, you know, volume is coming in, but I mean, I think this card gets reprinted. Wow. What a crash is earlier this year. Card was $14 at all-time lows now. Wow. Crazy, huh? You know, but again, I expect a reprint for this card. So if you get some type of rebound or you have this card, or even now, you might want to move this card as the closer we get into the reprint season, the tins, because this might definitely be a candidate for that. We have EMP meowmine. It's crazy how this Phantom Nightmare card hopefully gets a rarity bump prismatic secret in the tins as well, because this card used to be 550s and now at all-time lows at $128, it says here. Excuse me, guys, 98 listings, about to crack that 100 listing mark. And yeah, of course, you do see a 1s and 2s. The walls are at $145, let's say $150. But still, man, this card got destroyed. Never saw play, never actually panned out. Still, it's a great card with a great effect. Just hasn't panned out because balancing in Yugioh, always broken. But again, hasn't cycled into the meta. And I expect this one to hopefully get a rarity bump in the tins. We'll see how it plays out. We have Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. This card off Blue Eyes hype was $5, man. Used to be $5. If you go to the yearly, you can see this card at one point was even a 6-piece as an ultra from Legendary Season, Legendary Duel to Season 2. And going down from, this thing has crashed down 50%, man. Crashed down 50%, almost no volume. Is crazy. And look, it's even crashed down more, in the sense of a couple one-ofs, even under 2s. The walls are at $295, $3. So the walls are down 50% from the highs. So if you need this card, it is a Blue Eyes card, 58 listings. You know, you never know if they include this, give it a Starlight, which wouldn't be bad at all in Rarity Collection 5. So something to keep in mind. But like if you need your one-of, no better time to pick it up just to get exposure to the card if you really need it. It's a Blue Eyes card. Then we have here Primath. What is this? Primath Mech Laplacian from Mystic Fighters. When the Cybers hype came and Malice and New Alliance Inside card was 12s. Now it's $5 again. Sub $5, man. 32 listings. This card is sub 5s. It's down over 50% from the highs. So I'd be moving this card. I mean, would have been nice to move at double digits. But if you still have it, don't let this be 2, 3s. Don't let it, you know, if you go to the yearly here, don't let this card go back down to $1 and some change. Because people don't realize it, but if it goes back down there, you're down over 3x. Just something to keep in mind, you know, as this card crashed, already fell out of favor. You know, so, yeah. Crashing down, guys. Then here we have a couple of Starlight rares from Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. If you stuck out, you know, 42, 43 minutes already, you know, I wanted to cover the higher end part of Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem today. Just a couple Starlight rares as we wind down the Market Watch episode. So we have Honest Starlight rare. Again, this card, someone said it looks creepy as a chibi art. It used to be $36. And even recently, it was in the high 20s when we were talking about it. In the high 20s, almost pushing 30s, around like 28s. And now it's down almost $10, man, from even those prices, like from last week, heading into the weekend. Wow, 48 listings. You have 2 here at $18.98. And essentially it's a $20 card already. So again, some people paid 36, 35s, let's say. Other people were paying 30s, and now the card is at under 20s. So again, well, with tax, 20-piece McNuggies, patience. Maybe we see 15s. Of course, the card is scarce, but I mean, all it's done is just on the monthly. Even on the monthly, just go down. The chart hasn't even been able to keep up. You want to at least see consolidation. So honestly, we might get the 15-piece. We might, man. Even as a chibi Starlight rare, I think we might see 15s in the short to mid-term. We'll continue to monitor this one. Then you have Gem Knight Fusion Starlight rare. Imagine you love Gem Knights. You just love Gem Knights. You can't believe, you know, that you're getting new support, and you want the shiniest version, and you want max rarity, and you have the Starlight, right? There was people paying $53 for a $20 card. We're in the teens already. 49 listings. There was people paying, you know, an excess. If you go to the monthly, look, you had one Billy Bob, you had one Billy Bob at 45s, and then you have another one at 40s, and then you have 3 at 40s. Guys, so again, 40 to 50 bucks. Those people are down over 50%. Anywhere from 50% and above, they're down. 50, 55%. Crazy. 49 listings. You have a 4 wall. Like, these are walls. For Starlights, these are walls right here at 20 bucks. So it might not even be over collapsing in price. It might not be done yet. Might be just getting started. 15s, we'll see. You know, for this card, it's crazy to see how these cards crash down. And all people needed to do is just wait, man. These buyers here, this was on my birthday, man. Literally. Like last week, people were paying $40 for a card that this week is 20s. Crazy how so much money lost. People don't realize it. They're just, oh, the staples and this and the relevant cards. There's so much money lost in Yu-Gi-Oh! Not just with the meta relevant, the high end, you know, the latest core set and the latest reprint set. Just overall. People here, they come in, they don't know any better. These Billy Bobs, they don't know. They're, yo, it came out, man. I need it. It's a Starlight, and I want a rarity, but I'm sorry. They just don't know, man. They don't. And then they're down over 50%, and they probably still don't know. Like, I don't care, man. Okay. They could have had, you know, 2x the amount of copies for the same money, or just buy 50% down and save half off. Discount. For the cardboard, the same piece of cardboard they love. Man, poor kids, man. Where's Billy, man? Where's Billy? You know, they look like this, huh? Right, like this, you know? Hey, shout out to Billy Bob, man. Gem Night Bob's out here. Nah, man, nah. All funds and games. We have Skull Servant. This is 26s. You know, it was 32s recently, as we can see here. And it was curving into some type of consolidation that, you know, it hasn't held very good because we're in the 20s. 30 listings here. We're at, what, 28s? So, again, the card is down around, $5. And it just keeps making new lows. Of course, it's not like walls of China down here, but, hey, new lows are being made. This one is really nice, man. It's really, really nice. Skull Servant. Yeah, so I get it. But now, we need to see the teens, man. The teens, you know? But as a collectible piece, it looks really nice. I'll be fine with the secret rare, but I get people wanting this version. It continues crashing down. It continues just falling knife mode down to new all-time lows. We'll see if we get some type of consolidation soon. We have Elemental Hero Neos. Starlight Rare, this card was $60, and now it's 36s. 33 listings. Recently it was 43s, but it's even down from those $40, $43 levels right there, and is in the mid-30s now. So we'll see, man. 33 listings, maybe a hundo for a playset if you can get the deal. This is really nice. You know, again, to have this card, like if I would have like, yo, my personal collection, I'm a collector, and I would want 3 of these because this is Elemental Hero Neos, chibi art. It's iconic. Not bad at all. I like the orange to yellow, like the contrast and everything. It looks really nice, guys, but it continues making new all-time lows. The gist of today and towards the latter part of this market watch is, especially with the Monster Mayhem cards, you want to wait. Sure, because some of these V-shape recovery, you miss out. Anything is possible. Then you get exposure. You play from a position of strength. You at least get one and wait after that. But patience usually wins this game, even for these higher-end Starlight Rare chibi arts from Monster Mayhem. There you go. Alba System, Dogmatic Calamity. Starlight Rare was 80s, man. There was Billy Bob's paying 80s. This card is a 45 piece, close to a 50% dump already. 43 listings. Yeah, I mean, with this wall of 6, I want to see at least 30s, in the 30s. You know, volume candles have remained consistent, but, you know, yeah, I want to see in the 30s so I could buy the 50% dump from the highs. Crazy to see these people coming in. 10 Billy Bobs bought at 77. They're down over $30 a pop. Dang. Must be rough, man. Must be rough. We have Gore's the Emissary of Darkness, Starlight Rare. Same deal, was a 60 piece, down to 38s. It says there, we wish. The card is down $10 from the last chart position. Chart hasn't even been able to keep up with this flash dump. 36 listings, 25s maybe in the short term. Yeah, I mean, these mini walls right here. Hopefully, so people can pick up, you know, these cards and get exposure. If this is the one that they want, this one looks nice, man. Gorgeous, I won't lie. But 28's kind of steep, man. You know, patience, man. Just hopefully the falling knives continue dumping down so we can pick these up, or whoever's interested in picking those cards up at lower valuations. We have the Necros of Trishula. Starlight rare. I think this is the alternate art, is it? I mean, I think so. Card was 75 bones, and now it's a $25 card. 43 listings, 75 bones. There was even people buying it at 50s. The people at 50s, they're down 50%, half off. And then these guys are down 3x. Wow. Crazy how this card has just kept flash crashing, even with all the Necros hype. That's the impressive part, that this card has continued crashing down. It looks nice, man, but people probably prefer the quarter century. So it'll be interesting to understand those dynamics between like newly printed Starlights that also have quarter centuries and what people will be picking and choosing. So yeah, 25 bones, man. Is this going down to a 20 piece? Definitely possible. We have Herald of Orange Light. The Starlight rare, I think they finally fixed the picture. Card was 56s, now it's 37s. So yeah, hopefully you get, I mean, it quickly goes up back up to 40s, but 35s would be nice and lower. But 24 listings, people coming in for the Starlight, man. They're hungry. This is played in past formats. They want the new Starlight rare, as you can see, for such an iconic Yugioh card. So again, I mean, the max that I would want to pay if I have to is like $100 for a play set. But yeah, I mean, this one is more scarce. It's not like major walls at these lower valuations. So if you do pull the trigger, I definitely understand with the low listings as well. Yeah, we'll see how low this card can go. And lastly, we have Punk Jam Fever Starlight rare. This card used to be $90. Now it's 30s. Of course, you do have a one of, quickly goes back up to the mid 30s, and then eventually 40s. So the card is scarce, 24 listings, but damn. 19 people paid $73 cards for $73 for a $30 to $35 card, man. Down over 50%. That is the gist of today's market watch, guys. Most of these cards are down over 50%. So not that they can't keep going lower, but you want to wait for consolidation if you want to be technical about it, or as we curve here for this one, for example. But 30s is much better than 70s. You know what I mean? So if you're like, yo, I need my one of, man, it might keep going down from here, but I've waited too long. That's fine. You get your one of. You have a position of strength. If it goes down, you can pick up another one to trade eventually. Or if it goes up, then you got exposure and you got your personal copy. Guys, what can I say, man? If you're 50 plus minutes in, you guys are straight MVPs, man. Thank you for being here. You guys are just amazing. Make sure you subscribe. Ring that bell. Like the video. Share this in one place in the group chat with some friends. It really does go a long way as we continue expanding towards 10K, as we continue to grow, guys. You guys are just all straight MVPs, man. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys tuning in. It never gets old, man. Thank you for allowing me to just relay the passion that I have to positively impact people's lives. Guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, for your attention. Stay fresh.